Welcome to the glimpse of the void.
Welcome back to the Barely Adequate Podcast. We're not that good at this, and you don't have to be either. My name is Joel, and I am your host for this campaign. Well, last time was something. Last time was,
it was good times, Joel. It was good times.
Are we going to see
Great
another
times.
chase today? I'm sick of people running from us.
Well, if you guys had stopped falling unconscious, then you wouldn't be having to chase.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. My bad. Sitting at the table with me, we've got, I'm doing me first. It's me. I'm Joel.
Welcome, Joel.
Thank you. Playing Scarlet Carson, the Asmar Inquisitor of Tyrannus. And next up, we're going to do Chris next. Chris, welcome here.
Oh, why? Thank you, Joel. Great to be here. I'm excited. Let's get going. I'm in the GM, DM, whatever you want to call it, seat, running everyone through this game.
Poobah.
Putting on the hats of many people. Everyone from the Lockig Drogma to old
Still
Kasif.
hate that guy.
Hey, got going, old Kasif. So we'll see what's going on from there.
Awesome. Well, welcome here either way. Nick, welcome to the table, my friend.
Why, thank you. I will be resuming playing Gaius Bainbridge, the Rougarou Cavalier.
Perfect. And then, beside Nick to his south,
So
I'm not really sure. I don't know directions down here. Wallace.
I think it's east, but
Is it? To his east.
I'm
Wallace.
going with north.
Welcome here, east. East.
I think I see the sun.
Beast from the north.
I think I see the sun a moment
Beast
before
from
you.
the east. I like that.
I resuming playing Kurgan Thunderhowl, a half-orc druid, and my trusty companion Greymane. That's a wolf.
Awesome. Well, I really hope that your wolf is as good as he was in the last chase scene, because we're going to need him. Chris, we got a lore drop coming up. What do you want to talk about next?
Oh, lore drops, boys. This is a good one. Thank you, all our listeners. So today we're gonna do something that's a little different. When we initially started the campaign, we had a date listed in that letter. So we're going to talk about time and calendars. Yes, very exciting. So as we know, Atrothia was reshaped on a cosmic level during the Age of Cataclysm by Xeronoth, the god of corruption. So we're looking a lot of similarities to what you would expect here on Earth. We're talking a 24-hour day. There's a 7-day week. There's 4 weeks in a month, 12 months in a year, except it's exactly as stated. So we're talking a 336-day year. Every month is going to be named after Xeronoth, who's the cause of the Age of Calamity, as well as the 11 elder gods that rallied together to imprison him within the Shadow Nexus. So I'm going to give you the months in order. So we got 12. So Xeranus, Corberith, Davrin, Nerodith, Moricomus, Zalakin, Progeniton, Cassius, Oncanotris, Malvorin, Wraith, and Sojourn. So those are the month names that we have to deal with. One thing that's very interesting about Atrothia is, for the most part, even though there are seasons, most regions are actually seasonally locked. So some areas are basically winter all year round, other areas are spring all year round, and that just has to do with the bizarre way that the world has been reshaped and reborn. So that's what we're covering today. Some basics on time and calendars.
Awesome. And it might seem like it's not as important, but as players, it's really good to know kind of the timelines and what our constraints are.
That's exactly what it is.
Beautiful.
You know when to do things. So
because it's really important to have strict confines in tabletop role-playing games.
At times,
super important to
at times it's important.
Yeah, right. I love it. Awesome.
And there's your daily lore drop. So now we're going to head over to Wallace, the beast himself. He's going to give us a little session recap from what happened last time.
Thank you very much, Christopher. If you didn't know, the gang was admitted into Lokic Drogma's fortune teller shop with all manner of occult symbols and figurines strewn about the shop. And inside they found an eccentric old half-elf with lightning-like tattoos and a long robe with an over-the-top high collar. They were also introduced to Miasma, a weird creature with a fish head, goat horns, and smoke pouring out of its eye sockets. The smoke from Miasma's eyes caused everyone in the room to get high, and Scarlet was affected the worst. She was hallucinating and was forced to leave the shop while the rest of the party continued to grill Lokic for information. Lokic was not forthcoming, continuing to answer all our questions with riddles, and wanted us to pay 500 gold for his so-called deluxe midnight package so he'd talk to us. We laughed, chose not to pay, and we all left the shop. After the party went across the street to visit Elodie, and she cured Scarlet's ailments. Then the party had a quick meal and decided to go to the docks to visit old Kasif, who wanted an outrageous sum for the missing pin we were looking for, 2,500 gold. After a persistent questioning, he grew tired of us and called two cronies from a nearby alley and attacked. It was a very close battle. Old Kasif fled the battle. Will the party catch him this time, or will the sly merchant escape?
Well, I sure am excited to see what's going to happen next. So, Chris, I'm going to hand it over to you, buddy.
Okay. From around the corner. No one catches old Kasif. He gets away. What are you guys going to do? Old Kasif, he's on the run. Some of you, Greymane and Gaius, are stunned on the ground. No longer thrashing about, but still stunned, unable to do anything. Then we got
believe that he's getting away.
Scarlet and Kurgan are currently dazed. So they're a little hard to see, but they can still make out what the road looks like.
I guess I'm giving chase.
Old Kasif making a getaway, or are you going to try and chase him down?
I'm going to try to chase him down.
Okay. So we got Scarlet. She's going to chase after at top speed. What about you, Kurgan?
Can I do anything to have Greymane get past his ailments quicker?
There are some spells that can do that, but nothing that you have access to currently.
And I guess I don't know how long until he snaps out of his...
Nope. It's time for a snap decision. What are you going to do? Chase old Kasif, or hold your poor innocent Greymane? Oh, I'll keep you safe. Start petting him.
I don't see old Kasif right now.
Well, he ran around a corner, but you guys easily could try and... I mean, he wasn't particularly fast. So, I mean, it's up to you what you want to do. But is old Kasif getting away? I know Scarlet's chasing.
I will also chase.
In the moment, boom! Kurgan also goes after him. So you both round the corner. And as you do, you notice old Kasif. He's in the middle of casting a spell. Does anyone have a spellcraft? Trying to identify what he's doing?
I do not have spellcraft.
I am stunned by this development.
8.
8. Okay, so you guys, you round the corner, and old Kasif. Ha ha! No one catch old Kasif. I'm too fast. You never catch me. I get away again. And he casts a spell, and boom! He takes off like a shot. Are you going to continue pursuing?
I'm going to shoot with an arrow. That's what I like to do.
Going after him with an arrow. Okay, let's see what you got. So he turned down an alley, or a little bit of a side street, and it's about 10 feet wide. It's almost 100 feet straight down in a straight shot. There are some side corridors, but it looks like he's in the midst of, after he cast his spell and started mocking you, he took off like a shot with the last move action. So you think if he can get to the end of that alley, we're going to be in another chase. So you'd have to, let's hope that shot hits of yours. What do you got?
Big money.
Big money, big prizes. What do you got? What do you got, Beast? Judging by that look of dismay, I'm going to say it's not very good.
Niner.
A big niner. Okay, your arrow goes way off to the side. That was definitely a miss.
You know, when I don't play the archer, stuff like this happens.
Is that
You know,
Scarlet, what are you going to do?
I guess I'm gonna run after this guy. Like,
So you're just going to chase at top speed?
I don't have a choice here.
What's your move speed?
30.
30?
Is he outpacing me?
Taking a double move, he is still 30 feet away from you. It looks like the ground you just covered in the full turn he did in a half turn. He's so fast.
Well, I don't really have any spells left either, so I can't really do a whole ton.
How convenient. Old Kasif doesn't either. That was his last one. Not that he would tell you. No, he would tell you that. You can't catch me. I even out of spells. You can't catch me.
Well, I guess
Just tell me if I have another opportunity to plug another arrow in him.
Oh, he's about to take another run here. We're waiting on. So Scarlet does her double move.
I'll do my double move. That's all.
Okay,
I
so
can do.
he goes and he gets all the way. He's almost right at the end of the long corridor now. So it looks like if you guys can't make substantial ground on the next turn, it's going to be chase time. He's going to be out of sight, and you're going to have to be following his trail.
I'm going to plug him another arrow.
Okay, let's see.
I'm
what
going
you
to move
got.
up 30.
Moving up 30. Okay, so you're going 30 feet up, Kurgan.
Yep.
And plugging one shot.
One
At
Uno.
old Kasif's back. Are you non-lethal? Or you're just going for a kill
Going
shot.
for the
You
kill
don't care. Okay. You mean you guys don't want to take this guy alive?
Aim
Nice
for the
old
back of the
Kasif.
neck.
I have stabilize. That's how I do non-lethal.
Let's see what you got, Beast. Let's see that roll.
You suck.
You've inherited my
I
fives.
rolled the
I'll
same
cut that.
dice. The same. It's my lucky.
Your lucky die. Lucky result.
I got 9, Christopher.
Okay, well that is a miss. It flies by. Hey, you can't hit old Kasif with that. Scarlet, what are you gonna do?
Scarlet will stop.
So he is. So right now, Scarlet, you can see him. He's almost at the corner, and he is 90 feet away from you right now. At the start of your turn, 90 feet, 90.
Well, you see, the fun part about not being able to draw weapons and do things is the action economy is just not in my favor right now.
Well, that's because you're not a real warrior yet. That's what it is.
I'm not any type of warrior.
Only the Cavalier's the real warrior, so that's why.
But I guess I can try to take a pot shot. If I drop my greatsword, I can draw my short bow as a move action.
And 5-step and take one shot.
5-step and take one shot.
Okay, let's see what you got. Let's see if you can get him. Old Kasif.
No.
What was that roll?
That's a 3.
A 3 on the dice. That's a
Critical hit.
He keeps laughing. No one catch old Kasif.
How are your Greymane and
Okay, so he rounds the corner. So if you guys want to keep chasing him, you're either going to have to. We're going to engage a chase rules, or you guys can try and follow him to wherever he's going.
Or a hunt.
Yeah, or you can hunt him down with survival. Just follow his trail.
Well, I can't catch him, so I have no... Yeah, I got no options here.
You got no options.
I mean, I can keep chasing him through the streets,
you're just
but...
gonna lay down in the streets
Well, he's going to outpace me, though, right? So I don't know if I can...
because he's so fast. He's fast for an old guy.
I'm gonna pick up my sword and sheath it and start walking back to the other two.
Okay, sounds good.
Muttering the whole way about how much you hate this guy.
She is speaking in a language that people around her don't understand.
Okay, so assuming you guys are giving up the chase on old Kasif, within another about 6 seconds or so, Greymane is no longer stunned and he comes to your side, Kurgan. And about another 20 seconds after that, Gaius, he finally stops thrashing and gets up off the ground.
I probably have not taught him how to follow.
Well, that's quite the
Is that a skill probably for a...
It would be one of the tricks that you'd want to teach him. I think you have all of the basic attack kit with him plus attack again.
Yeah.
So he would have follow.
You would?
Yep.
I have attack, come, defend, down, guard, heal.
Okay, so he does not have follow.
Okay, so I couldn't even make him follow.
Well, he's on guard, so he'll cut until he has instructions. He basically just follows you around guarding you.
Yeah.
Mechanically, you'd make a
Yeah, so he's just gonna
handle animal check
move up to follow you.
to get him to follow at the DC for the.
Yeah, you could just try and push him to do it, but it depends. Are you going to get him to try and track old Kasif or just come to you? I thought you were just trying to get him to come to you.
Just to come to me for now. Cause
Yeah, so he'll get up, and as I said, he makes his way to you. Gaius, you're up and about now,
I get up and there's no one around.
and I'll take perception checks from everybody.
Ugh. Oh, God. You don't know.
Ooh, an average 10 on the dice.
14 for Scarlet.
14. Okay, that's Scarlet. You're going to hear what this
9.
is. You do not, Kurgan. Kurgan does not hear it.
12.
Gaius with those wolf ears, Ruger ears, you do not hear it either. Only Scarlet hears it. You hear in the distance more heckling by old Kasif. Believing, seems like he seems to think you guys are following him. He keeps
Okay.
heckling in the distance.
That's awesome.
And shortly, within a few moments,
Can I triangulate his position based on the lunar calendar and?
based on how many days of the year there are?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? No, you can't.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
I just figured I'd ask.
you never know. You never know.
Well, I'll stand up, shake my head, and shake the cobwebs out of my head, and then take a look around and assess what the heck had just happened. 1 minute old Kasif is standing there. Next thing I know, no one's around.
No, there's corpses nearby and lots of blood. Most from your allies and from the corpses themselves.
Did old Kasif leave like any boxes of anything behind, or is there like a box or something around?
So I'll have a look around.
He didn't have any. He didn't have a box of stuff with him. No.
She's just looking for something to kick.
Well, there's corpses and there's all kinds of crates and stuff around.
Yeah, I
This
want
is
to
the
kick a
fishing
crate
district.
into the water.
Well, a little too hard to kick into the water.
Yeah, I just want to
Well,
kick
let's
it.
try. Give me a strength check. You'll wind up and give it a wicked soccer kick.
No, it rolled over from the 18 to the 2. So that is a 6.
A 6. So you kick it. It's all toe when you kick it. Oh, and you bounce back a bit, and in your rage, you kick it again, and you get your frustration out, but your foot definitely
Nice. Good. That's all that I cared
hurts.
about.
You'll take 1 non-lethal damage.
Yeah,
from
that checks.
Unfortunate.
That checks.
Fortunate kick.
Okay.
The Scarlet's back.
The rat got away, she'll say.
So, now what? He's got the pin. Should we go after him?
I have no way of tracking a man through a city.
He smells pretty bad. Well, can't we just use that?
Maybe.
So Scarlet uses her sniffer.
I still smell that jerk from the other shop.
Incense.
Incense. I just smell
Incense and,
incense so much.
hallucinogenic drugs.
I so called it, by the way. Oh my goodness.
All right. Well, I
Are you able to still smell him?
will see if I can pick up a scent trail of his.
Going for a scent trail.
Yep.
Sure, I'll try to push.
Get a perception check as you try and find the smell.
Can I push Greymane to...
To do track?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What's a DC for that?
Well, normally it would be a 30, I believe,
For the push?
to push. No, it's 20.
Yeah.
It's 20 to push, and then he's your animal companion, so you get bonuses with him. 25, sorry, it's 25 to push him.
All right.
And what bonuses do I get as well? a companion.
Well, it's going to be your animal companion, and then you get a +4 because he's your animal companion.
Oh,
Hand animal +4.
not even close.
Sounds good. So you can probably find the smell, but he's not particularly good at tracking it on command, unless you can roll good. Nope. What about the Rougarou in the group?
It was a 20 I got.
A 20. Not quite enough, unfortunately.
Well, with my bonuses to track with scent, I come up with a 17.
Okay, so you definitely pick up the trail. So you guys are going to follow...
Well, hang on. So
follow the
Scarlett's
trail?
like, she's all pissy now because she really didn't want this guy to get away. So she's like, there's no way you can track him through the city. There's too much stuff. Like, it's not even dirt streets. It's, you can't see anything here. This place is really hard to get through. There's tons of people everywhere. There's not a chance you're going to pick up his trail.
Yeah, he went that way. He
Well,
smells
obviously.
really, really bad.
Just the immediate back... Obviously, immediate back pedal.
We obviously went that way. I need to know where he went after he went that way.
So
That's
he gets
the problem.
to the...
Let's go find out.
He gets to the end. He leads you to the end of the corridor. Then he turns left. And you guys continue on. It takes you about 5 minutes or so. It looks like old Kasif went on a very unusual trail. So after he hit the corner, he ran up a building. And then he jumped from rooftop to rooftop for about 3 streets or so. And then after that, he hit an alleyway, ran down the alley, hopped over a fence. On the other side of that fence, he doubled back, and it looks like he was heading back towards where you guys originally were.
What a stupid place this is.
You can give me a sense motive, Gaius, after investigating this trail. Get a feel for whatever the heck this guy was doing.
All right, so let's see. 13 on the dice. Add some skills, and we're looking at a 19.
Okay, you think that old Kasif thought you guys were following him and tried to lead you on a very outrageous, hard to follow trail. That it seems like for about 2 minutes, he was incredibly agile. But then after that, he was very slow and old. And that's when he just ended up doubling back and heading back towards...
After he
where
got
you guys
tired.
first found him, after he got tired. And his spell ran out. See, you got a feeling his inhuman acrobatics are now gone. His unbelievable speed's gone, and he's doubled back. Maybe back to where you guys first encountered him, or somewhere nearby at least. So you're going to keep following the trail?
Yep, I'll keep following the trail.
Okay, give me one more survival check to follow with that smell. That sniffer of yours.
Let's see. That is a 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
10 is not very good. But it is good enough to find him after he's doubled back. So while it's in the same general direction, it's not exactly where you guys encountered him before. But the trail leads you to a nearby dock on the pier. It's kind of on the base water level. And it's a small boat that looks like it can be manned by a very minimal crew of as small as one person. And as you approach, you notice, let's get perception checks. We'll see what you guys see. So you see the boat.
With a 1 on the dice, my perception is a 3. Big old 3.
Big 3.
15 for Scarlett.
We got a 15 for Scarlet, 3 for Gaius,
12.
and a 12. Well, at least 2 of you notice. So all of you see the boat. But the other 2 of you notice old Kasif rummaging about upon the top of the boat, and it looks like he's trying to get it ready. Trying to get it ready to sail. And you would say that he's a poor seaman, that's for sure. He looks like he's not particularly good. Maybe one of his thugs or cronies was the one that actually did the ship stuff, because he's not very good at it. So it looks like
Very good?
He's in the midst of trying to figure out how some of these knots work.
And so he's just kind of like, he's still tied to the dock?
Yeah, it's not even unhooked from the dock yet. He's in the middle of trying to
Okay.
figure out how to unmoor his ship.
Here I am standing in the middle of the dock, right beside the boat, looking the wrong way, wondering where he managed to get off to.
I'll be like, hey,
So how far away is he from us?
So he kind of went to like a lower level on the pier, and you guys are kind of on the upper level, looking down at what he's doing.
Does he see us?
It doesn't look like it so far.
Can we sneak our way over?
Sure, give me a stealth check.
I'm
So
really
you
good at
guys are about
this.
30 feet away so far.
I'm just going to pull my arrow.
You're just gonna knock an arrow.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Scarlet is skulking over to him. So let's get a stealth check from Scarlet.
14.
Gaius is looking around, wondering where the smell went. It's like, where'd it go?
He's definitely here on the dock somewhere. I can smell him.
What'd you get, Scarlet?
14 for my stealth.
14 stealth. 14 stealth for Scarlet. Old Kasif seems very occupied
Very good.
trying to get this ship ready to go. And Kurgan, well, you're at the top of the pier with the bow out.
I'm going to shoot a warning arrow.
You're gonna fire a warning arrow at old Kasif.
Yeah.
Because you know what he needs? Another chance to escape.
Well,
Warning!
I'm scared he gets knocked and he falls in the water.
Well, let me get there first.
Are you gonna take
But
the
I'm
shot,
just-
or are you gonna wait while Scarlet gets into position?
I'll wait. Because
Wait?
if he's seen us, I will
He
shoot.
still hasn't seen you yet.
Then I'll wait.
Okay.
And I'm going to direct Greymane to defend Scarlet.
Okay, so
Okay, will he stealth too?
Do you have a
He's not gonna
nonverbal
stealth.
way of doing that?
I don't know.
he doesn't know how to do that.
Okay, then I'll have him stay with me then.
Okay, so Greyman's with you.
Would that be like stuff you could teach him?
Yeah, you could teach him that with a handle animal.
Yeah.
Well, that's on the list then. That'll be one of those free tricks you get as you go. Okay, so Gaius, give me another perception check.
All right, now with a 15 on the dice, that brings me up to a 17 perception.
Oh, you see what's going on. You also see Scarlet skulking towards old Kasif.
Oh.
Okay, Scarlet, you give me one more stealth check, and if you succeed, you've snuck onto the boat and behind him.
That's a 10.
That's a 10. Big 10. And you know what? Old Kasif, he doesn't seem to know. I rolled so bad. Oh, man. Okay, old Kasif, he doesn't notice. Okay, so Scarlet has snuck up behind old Kasif. He's in the middle of still trying to figure out how to unmoor this ship. And then we got Kurgan, who's got an arrow trained on him, and we got Gaius, who's just realized what's happened. What is going to happen? What are you guys doing?
Well, I'm gonna attempt to non-lethal this guy with my greatsword.
Okay, let's see an attack roll. -4 for non-lethal.
Man, I hate this game sometimes.
Yeah, it's great.
That will be a 4.
A 4. So as you take the swing, two hands aimed towards his head to knock him out, he drops the knot and ducks down to pick it up, and the sword just swats right over his head. And then as he goes to pick it up, he looks back and he notices you now. Oh, let's get that arrow shot that you were.
I'm going to shoot the arrow as close as I can to him into the boat, kind of a warning shot.
Okay, let's get an attack roll. See what you got.
13.
That's
Height advantage.
easily doing that. You easily fire an arrow onto the rail.
And I'll,
Ping!
and I'll lock another one.
So he stops and he holds his hands up. He says, "Oh, what, old Kasif do? Huh? What's with the aggression? Why are you so angry?
I don't
I
know
have a
about
chance
these
to
guys, but I'm
respond
pretty annoyed
here,
by
or-
that color spray.
There, old Kasif, he say, duck, you didn't duck. You dog. Not my fault."
Okay.
It looks like Scarlet wants to do something.
Oh yeah, Scarlet wants to.
Are you done with this guy's nonsense? Or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm done with his nonsense. I'm gonna. I guess I'll try to swing at him again.
Okay, so whoa, a vicious assault by Scarlet. What do you got?
I think that's where we're supposed to say no, stop.
Yeah.
16 non-lethal.
A 16? Oh, you got him. Bam! Club him upside the head with the flat side of your greatsword.
That will be for 11 points of non-lethal damage.
And he collapses to the ground.
I'm going to put
He
manacles
does
on
not
him.
fall over the rail. He lands on his ship.
Oh, that's good.
Perfectly flat.
Okay, I'm going to put manacles on him.
I picture like a rowboat.
No, it's like a very small sailing ship.
Oh, okay.
So is there
Very small sailing ship.
a rail?
Like
on
there's
this
not
dock?
even a lower deck. Like it's just one. It's kind of like a bucket with a single mast.
On this upper
On the
dock.
pier?
Yeah, pier.
Top of the pier.
Is there a rail?
No,
Okay.
there's not.
So I'll just I'll lean over a little bit and look down at the scene below me.
There's like a ramp that kind of goes down.
So Scarlet, what do we do now?
We question him. I just didn't want to do it in the middle of the streets where all of these pit fiends hang out.
Back to Thuvius's place then?
Back to Thuvius's place. I'm going to throw him over my shoulder.
Okay. So you guys.
I'm going to manacle him first, though.
Sounds good. So old Kasif is manacled, and once again, you're making your way through the city with an unconscious person thrown over your shoulder.
We're making a bad habit of this.
Yeah, you know what? Whatever. It's
Okay,
what
are you
could go wrong?
gonna try and take side alleys and
Yes.
stuff? Or you just go in the straight
Yes.
way?
No, we're going to try to take the side way. Unless we could sail the ship to Thuvius's, or the boat to Thuvius's house.
Nope, can't get it.
Okay.
Can't get it up the quarry wall. No.
Okay. Are we able to kind of make it, or what's the?
I didn't need a knowledge local. Let's see if you guys can make your way there using some back alleys and
That would be an
alley
11.
streets. An 11, big 11. Okay. And how are you carrying old Kasif? Someone just got him over the shoulder.
I'm gonna carry him. I'm gonna put a beer mug in his hand.
Manacles and a beer mug.
Yeah.
And a tankard. Eh?
Yeah.
Okay. You
Yeah.
do so.
You could strap it into his hand so he doesn't drop it?
Yeah, obviously. That's what the manacles are
Okay,
there
give me
for.
let's get a disguise then. Let's see how you can. We can Bernie's your way up,
It's exactly what I'm doing.
through the city.
Oh, that's a 16, actually.
Oh, look, you guys think it looks pretty good. But one of the guards that comes by flags you down. He doesn't seem
Okay.
to let that slide. So he approaches. He says, "What's going on here?"
I am grateful that we found you. This man has stolen something in an investigation that we are in the middle of, and we need it back.
And who are you? You don't look like guards to me.
We're not. We're okay. Hang on. I want to sense motive this guy to see if he's legit, and if I can see any like tattoos of.
Oh, you want to
Pit
see if he's not
fiends.
really a guard?
Yeah,
It's someone
yeah,
else. Let's
yeah.
see what you got.
You're eyeing him up.
Your perception.
Give
You
him
Oh.
narrow your gaze a bit at this guy.
Do you want sense motive or perception? I guess it's
Depends.
perception.
Are
right?
you trying to see if he's deceiving you, or are you physically looking at him?
I guess I'm trying to see if he's deceiving me.
No, it's sense motive then.
Okay, so that's a 30.
No, he seems like he's doing what he's doing.
Great.
He's a guard.
Great.
Stopping someone, weakening, bringing.
Yeah,
someone
no,
through the street.
that's fine. I just didn't want the pit fiends to get.
Oh, he doesn't look like a pit fiend.
No, okay,
He's
good.
dressed like a guard.
Good. Okay.
They look like delinquents. This
okay.
guy he's a guard.
Okay, great. So she'll say, we will accompany you back to, Captain Hosk. We will not share any information with you, but we will accompany you to Captain Hosk.
So he just gives you a look, and so he pulls out his whistle and he says, "Okay, I'm just gonna call for some backup to carry him out of here."
Not a problem.
So he blows a whistle, and within a minute, 3 other guards show up, and one of them looks familiar. He's one of the guards that was there when the pit fiends attacked.
Ah,
you guys.
excellent.
And so he
What's his name?
kind of makes a he never introduced himself.
Okay.
Yeah, but he kind of gives you a wave of recognition. He says, "Oh, it's these guys again." And so he has a quick talk with one of the other guards, and after about a minute or so, you see one of them pulls out a big book from their side
Yeah, that's what I was
and starts flipping through it, and you see him matching it up, and then that same guard comes up and he says, "Oh, you know who this is?
Yeah.
This is old Kasif. This guy, we've been looking for him for years."
He's very slow.
What? No, he's squirrely. It's hard to get him.
That's fair. He was very squirrely for 2 minutes.
It's so hard to catch this guy. we know this guy has been a fence for all kinds of unscrupulous types.
I'm relieved.
We have a lot of assaults and murders connected to this guy. He's a very dangerous guy, and not only that, you caught him alive. The captain, he's going to be excited.
Excellent.
And I don't know if you know, but old Kasif here, he has a bounty on his head.
I know that now.
And so he tells you, old Kasif here has got a bounty of 750 gold on his head.
Wee.
Dead or alive.
Okay. I'll let the guard know that we talked to you before. I'll say we captured him by the docks. There was another confrontation with some goons that he attacked us with. That will need to be investigated also. And he has a boat down by the pier.
Okay, so he says, I'll have these guys hold on to old
Absolutely.
Kasif here.
No problem.
We'll have all of the illicit goods he has on him
Excellent.
seized.
There is one piece that we do require for our investigation.
What is it?
It is a silver locket or a brooch.
Just
If
if
we?
you make sure that the captain gets the brooch, and we'll come talk to him later about it.
Okay, he gives a nod, and he says, "We'll give him a thorough search." So the guard, he says that he'll have one of the people sent back with old Kasif, and then they'll start the paperwork while you show them the other people that jumped you, as well as the Salty Maiden.
Yes, is that the name of the boat?
Yeah, he says that's old Kasif's boat.
Sick.
Salty Maiden. And we need to impound that also.
No problem.
It's
Where
also
would-
stolen.
We can.
what would you like us to do with it?
Just show us where it is. We'll take care of the rest.
Great.
And then I'll escort you back to the guard post, and we'll get all the bounties paid out.
So
Sounds great.
We'll lead you along on our evening's journey that we had, refollowing all of our steps.
Go to all the different spots that you were with this guy. Okay.
Kind of skip over the chase scene though a little bit. Just trim that down. That seemed unnecessarily long.
Okay, so you take him to the various spots, show him the two corpses of the thugs, show him where the Salty Maiden is, and then he escorts you over to the guard post.
I imagine those two corpses are probably picked clean in their absence.
They are, yeah. They're totally naked. There's just two naked corpses in the middle of the docks.
Did they have bounties on them?
Those two, they did not.
Okay.
No, they did not.
Just random thugs.
Some random thugs. Oh, no, sorry. They do 50 gold each.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so it's two of the 50
Guys,
gold
should we just become
bounties for
bounty
the
hunters
thugs.
and just clean this town up or what? This
It's a good side gig for you guys.
This is a good side gig. We're
Why
doing really
rob
well.
people that rob their corpses when you can just collect the bounty?
Exactly.
After about 20, 30 minutes or so to get back to the guard post and go through the paperwork, he ends up providing you with your funds. In addition to the bounties for the two skulking bodyguards and for old Kasif, you are also provided with a pin. It is
What kind of
Thuvius's silver quill pin. That's provided to you, and the person releasing to you says that it's on the instruction of the guard captain, Hosk Oryx. says to give you this as well.
How did we get any gear off the thugs?
You did not loot
We didn't
them.
loot
Their
anything.
bodies are picked clean by the time you guys get back by local riffraff. But you got yourselves a nice bounty.
Okay, so I'll thank the guard. And once again, I'll thank the guard that met us in the street for his candor and appreciate that he didn't make a scene about it right away.
He gives you a nod and he says, well, it's nice to see other people stepping up to clean up the streets and deal with these thugs.
You're doing a fine job.
We're trying what we can, but old Kasif, he's a squirrely one.
Not
No one's ever
anymore.
caught him. Not anymore. Not with chains on him, he's not.
Can I have my manacles back, though?
So he also issues you your manacles.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Not a problem. Okay, so with that, you've collected your bounty for the night, and
I'm ready to turn in.
time to turn in.
Scarlett's exhausted.
Are you gonna go? You're gonna hang out in the cellars on the cot at Chainbreaker's Tavern?
No, I think we should go to a nice inn tonight.
You going to a nice inn?
Well,
Camping on the cliffs? What's up?
think
Okay, so Scarlett would say to you guys, she would say, despite how much I've tried, I suppose we may now be in the crosshairs of some not so honorable people. I feel like it would be better if we stuck together still. I'm not sure if they're going to jump us. I'd rather they jump all of us and not just one of us.
There is also Thuvius's house. which
There
you
is
guys have the key
also
to.
my house.
No, there's no door. Oh, Scarlet.
Oh, you're local?
I am. It's a small house, but I believe there would be room for all of you.
Well, if you think that we've aroused the ire of the local gangs, maybe it's better if we do crash at an inn. In the meantime,
Yeah. Okay. That's
be a more public place.
probably a good idea.
Okay, so following one of the recommendations given to you by Chainbreaker Matthias Ansem, you head to one of the local inns, and they give you a very good rate there. It's only going to cost you guys a gold per person per night to stay there.
I'll just take that right off the wealth.
Sounds good. It's taking it right out of your guys' bounty pool that you've collected.
We're really good at this job, by the way.
Okay, so the next day, you guys...
I'm going to ask if anyone.
what do you...
How tired is the party? I'm going to ask.
It's been,
It's been a long day.
yeah.
Okay, then I won't.
Done quite a
I'm
bit.
good. I'm
Moved
good.
around
then.
town quite a bit. Quite a few encounters. You guys are probably pretty
Do
tired.
we,
dealing with all the pit
do we each
fears.
have our own rooms?
Yeah, I'm getting
you
my
each
own.
get your own rooms. It's on the same. It's on the second level, and it's basically one half the hallway you guys rent out.
Okay.
Sweet.
They're okay with because you were recommended by Chainbreaker. They're okay with you bringing your support animal with you, as you
Nice.
called it last time.
Nice.
And this is also the same inn that has the stables where your horse is stabled.
All right, sweet.
And it's a reputable inn? It's-
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good place. And recommended by Matthias. And
Okay.
he's a pretty straight shooter, it seems like. So the next morning, you guys have a very good sleep. You head over to Chainbreakers for breakfast.
I will take Rexford out for a run around town.
What a name.
You and Rexford. So you're going to take him for a run through town, make sure he doesn't get fat in those stables.
Yeah, gotta work him out at least a little bit.
Can I?
Any other morning activities before you meet for breakfast?
Yeah, totally. I want to take out my new friends.
Oh, your plants?
Yeah, and I'm going to put them in my room. And I just kind of want to see what they would do. I keep them...
So all night, they try their hardest to eat you while you're sleeping, and it doesn't work. You're too far away.
That's awesome.
They try all night, though. And they're pretty sour in the morning. They're pretty cantankerous.
Okay, I need to find some meat for them.
You do.
Is there a restaurant in this one?
Yeah. Well, not in this tavern, or not in this inn. I mean, they do have food service here, but Chainbreakers is where you guys normally would be going for food because he's providing.
Okay,
everything in
and
the
so
house.
in my knowledge of botany, I don't know if this will apply to this. Do I know how often carnivorous plants would need to eat so that they can still stay healthy? I realize that there are no real carnivorous plants that are like these ones. But
But if you had to take an educated
but if I
guess,
had to take an educated guess,
do
is
you
it
have,
more like a Venus
let's get a
flytrap?
knowledge nature or a profession botanist?
I could do profession botanist.
see what you got.
Let's see how
it
I
works.
love getting professional.
Let me see what you got.
Would you ask me for my input?
I'm gonna maybe depends what I figure out here because I'm still in my room right now. So that's a 10.
You got a 10?
Profession botany.
You're not sure.
Okay.
You're not sure.
Okay. So I will.
You can discuss it over breakfast?
I'm gonna discuss it over breakfast.
Okay, so you guys sit down for breakfast. All the food and drink is on the house.
Something for Grey Mane.
Oh, of course. Brings big old bone.
Haunch.
Big old haunch with a big bone on it for Raymane. Puts on a little plate on the ground in front of him. You all get a nice morning stew that he's got going. Some leftovers from last
I try to
night.
make sure Grey Mane eats it not too savagely.
He tries, but he's really trying to chomp into that bone to get the marrow out of there.
So Scarlet will.
Bones flying everywhere. Bits of bone.
Well, Greymane is eating everything. Scarlet's gonna say, so Kurgan, do you know anything of these plants that I purchased from Elodie Spirus?
Let's get a knowledge nature. What do you got?
19.
19. Okay, so I would say as you discuss it over breakfast, you guys both come to the conclusion that the plants that you have are going to have to eat the equivalent of 2 full-grown humans meals every day.
Every day.
So it's like feeding 8 people, but it has to be meat.
Wow.
How big are these plants?
They're not very big.
Well, they're pretty sizable. Like each one of them is probably like 30 pounds, except one of them is really big. It's like 50.
So are we able to get to the conclusion?
So they eat like a quarter or maybe.
Is that how big they are? 30 and 50
the
pounds?
wheat.
I probably couldn't have brought all of them with me. I'd probably have to go back.
Remember you had a wagon or a cart.
Oh,
or something
yeah,
that
okay,
they
okay.
Sent with you.
Okay. So
You're gonna have no room in your room. They're gonna be.
those
choppy.
are massive.
Yeah, they're
those
big.
are bigger than
I just
okay.
picture-
They're like 3-4 feet tall.
Well,
I'm
Each one of
impressed that
them,
you got
so-
they
And
were
they're
able
in
to
pots,
handle them
too.
without them eating you right away.
That's true. So, are they? I don't even know how to ask these questions because, like,
Well, they were full yesterday because they kept eating all of LED's rats and stuff that were in her house,
okay,
in her shop,
so I basically,
and other animated, intelligent what have yous that were around.
man, that's going to be expensive to keep these things alive. Is it worth it?
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know. Kurgan, what do you theorize would happen if they, if I did feed them and kept them growing? What?
Because you want to know, like, to keep them satiated. That's what you think. It would
Yeah, but I also want to know, like, are they gonna will one day they get out and make a Voltron and walk around together, or like what's
What's
the end game with this?
Yeah, with your results, you don't know. They're bizarre. They're bizarre. They're definitely unnatural. They're not natural. Plants,
Yeah,
that's for
and
sure.
like these things are cool, but I don't. That's a very rigorous task.
Well, maybe you just don't collect the bounties and you just
Just because
just feed them. pit
I'm
feed
making a new
first.
character just so I can. So I need to feed them a human every day, or just?
No. They eat the equivalent of like what 2 people would eat.
Oh, I thought you meant of like
No,
two
not like
people.
2 whole people.
Oh, okay, that's what I'm sorry.
They don't. They're not 30-pound plants. They eat
Okay.
180 pounds.
All right, I'm sorry.
Of meat a
Okay,
day.
okay. So they're basically they eat 2 meals a day, each of them.
Each of them eats the equivalent of
okay.
2 full-size humans.
Okay.
Not 2 full-size humans.
Yes, 2 days.
And
worth
so
of food
how
for
much-
full-size humans?
Would it cost me for daily upkeep for these plants?
Well, it doesn't have to be nice food. They can eat scraps and stuff. So if you know someone who runs a restaurant and it might have leftover refuse food,
Okay, I'm gonna make a note of that.
then perhaps when they get rid of their scraps, you could just
Or
collect it.
I just go and down a buck.
It could be like the ultimate composting.
Or I go hunt.
Occurs to me that they could be incredibly useful to the local brewery, eating up all the rats that are naturally attracted to such places.
That's true. I could start an exterminator business.
Just plant them in the slums.
No, that sounds like a terrible idea.
Right on Skid Row.
And then they grow legs.
Okay. That's good enough.
Okay. So in the morning, you sit down to discuss, in addition to what to feed these plants and the future they might have, you decide to discuss the leftover tasks and bits of location that are left. So what is it that you
I'm
want
also
to do?
gonna instruct them maybe on ways that you can try to communicate with them.
He's still going over.
Is there a language we can teach them?
No, but just
Are they like dolphins?
speak nicely to them. Don't be angry. Talk to them when you feed them. My guy's getting a little more into this. Plants.
Have an intimate conversation?
Well,
with
not
plants.
not
Well, I know-
intimate.
What are
I
you
know
thinking
Rexford
about
always
your-
prefers it when I talk with him while he's eating.
Well, yeah. You never know.
Huh. I've never talked to my plants before. That's a new thing.
Well, you know what?
I can't
Some
imagine you had
friends-
that many plants that tried to eat you
Some
either.
friends of mine have done it, and
Some of my best friends are plants.
So as our heroes sit and gather to discuss what to do next on this day, their conversation continues. What about these plants? Will they grow legs? Will they talk? What will happen when Scarlet speaks sweet nothings to her plants? Answers to this or not next time on Barely Adequate, where we aren't that good at this.
And you don't have to be either.
I like either better.